Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Hannah and I have revamped and rebranded my channel. I'm no longer the giraffe's life. As you may see, I am now Camp Hannah, and I just felt that I needed to change up my brand and make it a bit more of a brand rather than the giraffe's life that doesn't really say anything, because I'm not actually a giraffe, I'm just tall. Welcome to my channel. Today I thought I was going to talk to you about the Trek America trip I did last year, and I also made a couple of videos about, I did a packing one, I did a what I expect about Trek America. Now, a year later, I thought I would do a recap of what I did and what I thought about Trek America. So about a year ago, I set off on a 1-month trip to the US of A, and the first 3 weeks I did all on my own. So I went to New York, Washington and LA, and then the last week I went with Trek America on the Western Wonder from LA to the Colorado River, Grand Canyon, Las Vegas, Yosemite, and then stopping off in San Francisco where the tour ended. The Trek America tour was $1,000, which included 2 nights in a hotel, 4 nights camping, the bus, all the entrances to the national parks, and just a really amazing time. My group was of 12 people, there's a maximum of 13, and it was so good that there were only 12 people because it left an extra seat in the bus, which made it a little bit more comfortable. The group itself was really good. There were 2 friends and there was a married couple on their honeymoon from Korea, and the rest of the people had never met each other before, but we were a really good close team. I think we all enjoyed our time as well, and even though we were quite different, we all got along and we had a really good time. The first stop we made was at the Colorado River. That was our first night. So when we got there, our tour leader Hannah was like, don't put the tents up. She was just like, it's gonna be too hot, and it was like 45 degrees the entire night. And we were all just laid out on like towels and no sleeping bags, nothing, because it was so hot. Then we went to the Grand Canyon, and this is where I made the biggest mistake I've made on the entire trip. We had like 3-4 hours to hike, and our tour leader was like, just go to the first stop. The first stop is okay. And then the people I went with are like, oh, we want to continue to the next stop. And I was like, okay, well, I'll do that. And the view was spectacular. I tell you this, it was spectacular. But because you're walking down, you don't really think, or I don't think, that you have to walk back up. And I didn't have any water. I had like a half-liter bottle of water, and that was not enough. Bring more water. And we got there, and then we had to go back up. And after maybe like 200 meters, I just got altitude sickness. I thought I was gonna die. One of the girls, she stuck with me the entire time, and I was like crying and thinking I wasn't gonna make it. And then eventually we got up there, and it was just such a relief. And I was like, well, I made it. Good. And but I still think about that. I need to learn my limits. And then we went to Vegas for 2 nights. And Vegas was quite overwhelming because it was just so big and I didn't really know what to do. And I was just like, wow. We had a really good time. We went to the casino. I lost $100. We stayed at the pool. We just went to Caesar's Palace, and we went to the Venetian, and it was all so cool. And we went down the strip in the limo, and this is all included in the Trek America thing, so that was so cool. I would never have done it on my own, that's why I did the Trek America. After Vegas, we went to the Yosemite National Park, and I think that might be my favorite place that we stopped off on. It was so beautiful. The weather wasn't too hot. I think it was like 28 to 30 degrees, and there was a breeze, and it was in the forest, so there was no more desert as I had become used to with the 45 ridiculous degree heat. It was just so beautiful. I loved it so much. We hiked, and I wasn't gonna hike all the way up, but because there was no heat and I was gonna hike kind of on my own, I just took it slow, went up, saw the waterfall, and it was so nice. It was so beautiful. I got some really cool videos and pictures, and I just loved it so much. And then I hiked way back down and went and just chilled with the people from my trek who didn't want to hike. And it was just so nice. I can't recommend Trek America enough. Like, I really want to do it again, and I'm thinking about doing one next year. unless I go to LA with my friend, just us two. But I really want to do another trek, possibly that one that's like 21 days from one coast to the other coast, doing the south. And I think that would be really cool because then you see all the things that you probably wouldn't see otherwise. This is a really rambly video, but I loved Trek America so much, and we did so many things, and we talked about, and then we had inside stories and all these things with people I'm never going to meet ever again, and it was just such a good experience. And then after Yosemite, we drove all the way to San Francisco, where they drove us to the Golden Gate Bridge, and then we were out. That was the end of the trip. I stayed in San Francisco another 2 nights, which was a really good idea because with Trek America, the first and the last stop, you don't really get to see it. Had I not stayed another 2 days, I would have missed so much in San Francisco. So think about that when you're booking, that you yourself put like 2 or 3 days in each of the beginning and the end cities, so that you get to experience them as well. One of the things I didn't like was that we were quite limited with time, so when we were in the Grand Canyon, that was really good because all you want to do is take pictures, do a little hike, and then there's not that much else to do. Same with Yosemite, you only need the 1 night. But for example in Vegas, I kind of wanted a little bit more time. We only got 1 full day, and which really limited you because we were all a big group. We kind of wanted to figure out what everyone was doing. So the first night we had a team dinner, and then we went out in the limo and went partying, and then the next day we were all at the pool, and then we all went to like out for dinner at night. It would have been nice to have an extra day as well, just so I could like go to all the casinos and like look around and see some of the cool stuff, because I didn't get to see like the Empire State. I would have loved to see a lot more than I did in Vegas, but that's kind of like the only thing. I could have not stayed in the pool. That's not like a Trek America fault. It's just that you have to realize that when you go on a trek that you literally just stop off at certain points for maybe a couple of hours, maybe a day, and you just have to like go with the flow. But it's a really nice way to see more of the country, especially in LA or California, because it's such a massive piece of land. Like California is as big as my country. It's as big as fucking Sweden. Without a car or without like stuff like that, I would never have seen these places. So I'm really grateful for Trek America and the opportunity that I had to go on that trip. So I really recommend Trek America for anyone looking to travel either alone or like with a friend. But Trek America is so good for solo travelers. Even though I went traveling on my own first and did like New York and Washington DC and LA, I'm so happy that I got the final week with just a bunch of really cool people. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will subscribe and like. So hope you have a good day and stay safe. Bye!